Founded 1,000 years ago, this city is an intoxicating fusion of Africa, Europe and the Islamic world. It's the desert city of Morocco, Marrakech. Morocco is located on the northwestern tip of Africa, and Marrakech lies 60 miles from both Morocco's Atlantic coast and the towering Atlas Mountains. The city is divided into the Ville Nouvelle to the north, built by the French in the 20th century, and the ancient Medina, which contains the great souks or markets, and the world-famous Jemaa El Fna Central Square, the migrating point for all visitors. The Medina is also where to head to find budget hotels. For around $20 a night, you can get a basic but clean room. If you're looking for a truly Moroccan experience, there are plenty of converted riads to fall in love with. They are traditional houses with private courtyards and fountains, and are an oasis of calm away from the bustle of the city. Marrakech's ultimate luxury hotel is La Mamounia. It was a famous retreat of Winston Churchill's. Or try the Caravanserai, where some of the suites even have their own private pools. No visitor can come to Marrakech and not spend a serious amount of time and maybe money at the Jemaa El Fna. It's the beating heart of the city. The souks here extend for over a square mile, and the maze-like streets are crammed with thousands of stalls. Try to remember your route, or you could find yourself lost inside for hours. And be prepared to haggle hard. It's what's expected. Don't just stick to the tourist stalls, though. Take a look at the workings of the souk, and you're in for a fascinating insight into Marrakech life. Wood turners and cobblers are just two of a myriad of traditional craftsmen that make up the souk. Look out for the communal ovens too. The women of the Medina bring their dough here daily to be baked. Every day after the third quarter prayer in the Medina at around 5 o'clock, there is a crié berber, a carpet auction. If you're intent on buying a rug for your pad back home, this is probably the best and cheapest place to get it. Jemaa El Fna is not just the shopper's paradise though. For some, the star of the square is the food. You can sample food from every corner of Morocco. It's so revered that UNESCO has even made it a World Heritage Site, and that's a first. Here you can try a delicious feast of spiced kebabs washed down with fresh mint tea, and whilst you're eating, take in a huge array of performers in the square. Entertainment grew up here when caravans of camels would cross the Sahara and the Atlas Mountains and arrive at the square. As the camel handlers hung about and waited for their goods to be sold, the locals came to entertain them. Today, the entertainers make their money from the gathered tourists. If you're in town in June, then you may be lucky enough to catch the Marrakech Folklore Festival. It mainly celebrates traditional Berber culture, but also features hypnotic sub-Saharan dances. The best way to get around the crowded Medina is clearly on foot. Outside of the crowded old city, taxis are your best bet. If you want to be driven around at a more leisurely pace, you could hire one of the many calèches that ply their trade outside the high mud walls of the Medina. If you're feeling in need of somewhere to escape to for some R&R, look no further than the city's Majorelle Gardens. They were created in the 1920s by the French painter Jacques Majorelle, but after years of decay were restored by the legendary French fashion designer Yves Saint Laurent. There are plenty of hidden corners to Marrakech. Don't just limit yourself to the central square. The Jewish quarter, or Mela, lies at the southeastern edge of the Medina and is well worth checking out. Waves of Jewish settlers arrived in Morocco in the first millennium BC. The Jewish cemetery makes for a fascinating detour. For some Marrakesh grit and grime, dare you brave the skin auction. This is where the farmers bring skins, sell them to the tanners who turn them into leathers for the leather workers in the souk. It's a pretty smelly place to be. Follow the process to the tannery, where the skin becomes leather. There's an auction in the afternoon where the leather workers of the souk come to buy their raw materials directly from the tanners. Perhaps after all that, you'll feel in need of some cleansing. Why not head to a hammam, another example of communal living? The riads, the traditional houses, didn't have very large bathrooms, so people would come here to bathe. It's 45 degrees outside, but the fire is stoked day and night to heat the boiler for the steam baths upstairs. Northwest of the Medina is the Ville Nouvelle, a new city, which is also worth exploring. The French ruled Morocco from 1912 until independence in 1956, during which time they built a new city for themselves. Ville Nouvelle is now home to a new generation of modern Moroccans. It's here, amongst the cosmopolitan apartment blocks, that you can find the best antique Berber carpet shops. Many visitors to Marrakech also get out into the surrounding countryside to take in the country's varied landscape. If you want a complete change of scene, it's an hour's drive into the high Atlas Mountains, where you can climb to 12,000 feet. If this is a little too demanding, the same distance in the opposite direction takes you down to the coast, where little fishing villages lie dotted along miles of empty beaches. So that's our pocket guide to Marrakech. The sights, sounds, colours and tastes are both bewildering and absolutely intoxicating.